Hi everyone and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. I'm as usual your host, Kees Cornelissen, joined by just Chris today. Nico is having some personal things, that's why he couldn't join us. But we are going to react to David Moore versus Chandru. I'm not going to try and pronounce the other name. And the new guy, Barnes, that we saw in the
The
post-credits scene.
Warfather.
Yeah, last week in an Inner Geekdom triple threat match. Uh, it's Inner Geekdom. I have actually been looking forward to Moore and Chandru coming back because Moore in his first match took on Kevin Smetch, and I'm like, Smetch is just a whole nother level. But Moore didn't do bad.
No,
Moore has some potential.
if Moore was facing a player more of his own caliber, it would have gone to the
More of
five-way.
his own character. Was that
Ah,
a?
well done.
Yeah, and Chandru actually did pretty well in the five-way up until round three. I think the round three got to him just a couple of unfortunate questions. And yeah, the Warfather. I have no clue who this guy is, but we're about to find out, I assume.
I already
Anyway,
love his character though.
Chris, what are your thoughts on the match?
This is a. I feel like for two of these competitors, that obviously being Chandru and David, they were kind of thrown in against people who in that particular match kind of outclassed them.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
if Chance and Brandon weren't on the table, I really do think Chandru could have done way better than he did.
Probably.
And no disrespect to David Moore, but his first match was against Kevin Smets.
Yeah.
He's lucky he at least got to the first question in round three.
Yeah.
But as I already mentioned, with these players now sort of on their own on their own level, a little more of a level playing field. I think we might see a rising star come out of this match,
Yeah, that's true.
or at the very
Um,
least, we're gonna have one hell of an entertaining match because the Warfather just looks like the coolest effing guy ever.
He definitely looks like an entertaining character. I just wonder how his knowledge will stack up against the other two because we know a little bit about the other two based on their one match. I just have no clue about the knowledge of Father. Well, I guess we'll see about that. I think we should just press play. We'll do just that in three, two, one, play. Oh no, see.
Hmm. I'm okay with that.
Maybe post credits.
Maybe, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Dhandapani? Is that his name?
Dhandapani.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ah.
welcome back to the movie
Gotcha.
Trivia Schmoedown, a big Inner Geekdom matchup here today. It's a three-way, Ken, and you are Mr. Knapsack.
I see you,
know no
Ken.
stranger to a
I see
three-way.
you.
Tell us about your
Okay,
experience.
how long until Ken makes a three-way joke?
Than you think, but this match here today is going to be very interesting.
I want to give it
Today in the Inner Geekdom division
2
going
minutes.
Forward, we have some returning competitors, a brand new mysterious competitor.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. This is going to be fun.
This is going to be a good one. So the guy we don't know, who the rookie is debuting today, is Warfather. Now, all we know about this Warfather character walked right into Emma Fife's this very intimidating look to Warfather. But when you actually hear him talk, he's actually very nice. Trash talk, but very nice about it. And Emma Fife's like, you know what? Sure, you can have a match, but I'm going to give you a match against two of the hot young new stars of the Inner Geekdom. You have Chandru Dhandapani. Now, this kid came in and he gave a hell of an effort in a four-way.
Good
It
dance.
just didn't break his way. Brandon Hanna ended up taking that match. And then you look at David Moore, who has earned the nickname Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. Kid
Dynamite.
Dynamite is going to be competing. He lost to Kevin Smets. Although I will say this, Kevin Smets, who has obliterated everybody in his trail pretty much, Kevin Smets, he had a little bit of trouble with David. So I think that David Moore could be somebody to look at as your top dog going into the match.
It'd be very
He missed
easy
one
to
question in that
overlook
match.
Dynamite Dave Moore
Dynamite.
because of what happened against Kevin Smets. Because Smets
But David Moore has more to offer in that first match.
Like a used car
I
salesman,
know.
trying to get you in that
Yeah,
deal with-
well,
David
you're not wrong.
Moore
You're not wrong.
A lot of points, showed up with a lot of personality, big smile, big personality indeed, and I think this is going to be a chance for him to really get back into the spotlight.
That's right. Well, to continue our metaphor from up top, look, we're having a threesome with a guy named Dhandapani.
There we go.
Last time that
It was
happened,
within 2
two
minutes.
horses died.
Sorry.
All
It
right,
wasn't
man,
Ken,
let's
though. I
start to the
expected Ken to
pre-interview and
do it.
see what these competitors have to say for themselves.
I'm the Warfather.
And I'm Emma Fife.
It's not too much trouble. I'd love to have a match.
How about a triple threat match? It's going to be Chandru and David Moore, and then you would be the third person.
Thank you so much, Lady Fife. I really appreciate it. Huzzah!
Taking manners into your own hands.
How they do it these days. Like Robert Meyer.
3, 2, 1.
That's it.
And your winner,
You got hit by a bus out there.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. The first time I was here, I mean, I handled my own. It was good, but Smets.
And unfortunately, that does eliminate Chandru. How about a hand?
The last match didn't go so well.
Very game effort by a rookie competitor. Hope to see a lot more of him down the road.
I cannot wait.
I
can't
actually
wait for
showed that I belong
Brandon's next
here, that
match.
I can actually get closer to that thick belt. This other guy, I'm not sure who he is.
What's his war? What?
They call me the Warfather. I'm here for battle and just to have a good time with the kids. It's gonna be great.
Warfather. He is a massive man, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
You got through your first match. Now you have something to build off of. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses.
I wanted to be part of the Inner Geekdom division because I know anything and everything about anything regarding all superhero, fantasy, and science fiction films. I also enjoy breaking the bones of nerds trivially.
I tried talking to him, I tried saying hi, I asked him if he has Snapchat, but just nothing. He just doesn't say anything to me.
David Moore is a bright, shining star that I can't wait to snuff out. But I hope that we can be friends, and he's going to definitely need a friend after I go through with him. And Chandru, oh, skinny guys fight until they're hamburger, so I'm told, and I do enjoy a good hamburger.
I'm not a fan of his shirt.
Today is about me. I need to redeem myself. I need to prove that I belong amongst the Schmoedown champions. So it starts today, and it moves on to the next, to the next, to the next, till I eventually get my rematch with Smets.
Oh,
I took you to
yeah.
round 3, and I will eventually take you down.
If you thought last match I had a good showing, I've only gotten better since then, and that is not even a good representation of what...
Have you seen The
my skills
Rocketeer,
and
though?
Knowledge is. Today is not the day I lose. Today is the day I go back with a W, and today is the day
It's a great movie,
I
actually.
jab after I win.
Know
You have
this.
to watch it.
I do have some fluffy pillows for you to sit down, relax, lay your heads before the hammer gets brought down.
I do actually like that shirt. Oh my god!
Wow. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Thor in Endgame.
I love it. It made sense for the character.
It did.
All right, well, there you go. I'm getting a lot of confidence. I'm getting a lot of excitement, enthusiasm. And then, again, Warfather, he's throwing jabs, but he just does it with a smile on his face, and you kind of want to hang out with the guy, just maybe not listen to him.
He looks like one of those characters you run into in a video game that has a knife you need for like 12 crystals, and you have to go find the crystals, and you come back, and then he's like, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what to expect from him here.
Yeah.
I did speak to all these competitors before the game and got a strength. And,
You got a tail of tape?
I do, got a little bit of strength.
Right.
Dynamite David Moore, Star Wars. In fact, I heard tell that back in
I wouldn't say
Orlando
Star
when he was
Wars.
13 years old, he won himself a Star
What's
Wars
your, like,
trivia
15 Star Wars
contest
guess-
that his own father lost in. So he's
Legendary Phil Moore.
yeah, he's got that going for him. Chandru said superheroes, just superheroes overall. And then he's like, by the way, I'm in the middle of writing like my thesis for college. Get out of here. And then I spoke to Warfather, and he just said the words MCU. U.
Okay.
So that's it. Or letters. I guess those are letters that form.
I
get it.
The Marvel
sort of
Cinematic
know that
Universe.
category.
So it is Warfather versus Chandra the Chosen.
If my
I
match,
know a little better.
if my
Dynamite.
match
It's
with
gonna be
Kane
good
says
times here
anything.
today. Ken, are you ready to go?
Absolutely. I can't wait to make more references to programs that were made 30
You
years
just
before
need to
most of our
rewatch
competitors
it.
were born.
JJ, it's time for the movie
Trivia Schmoedown. I will when Disney Plus comes
Handling
out.
the announcements will be author of Why We Love Star Wars, Ken Knapsack, and I hear he's got a pretty good throat as well.
Oh.
Introducing first.
Ken. Gross.
With a record
Nice.
of
Incredible.
0 wins and 1 defeat in the Intergeekdom division, Chandra.
So he's coming out to the theme of the only good Fantastic Four movie.
It's already out.
One of the two.
Look at the
Hey!
Look at wow.
The dance.
I cannot move like that. That is Josh McCouga at a wedding level.
Yeah, but this
move.
sequel is also good.
He just needs to add a chair dance in there.
Very
He will
impressive.
be the best guy at the wedding.
Wow.
All right.
Note to self, I need to shave when we're done.
And his
Note to self, I don't.
with a record of 0 wins and 1 defeat in the NA Geekdom division, here is Dynamite
There is got the world's
I like
greatest
his shirt.
droid on his shirt.
The
And
true
look at
hero
move
of Star
from David
Wars.
Moore now. He's coming in, giving chance. Chandra's getting into it as well. We got some dancing.
Oh, this is the theme from Thor Ragnarok from the Grandmaster.
Oh.
Wow.
It's a
David
dance
Moore
party
and
right now.
Chandra
Hell
are
yeah.
Available to entertain children at parties. Great.
It's a leisure
Good
puzzle.
combination.
Orgies
Man,
and
I took it to a
stuff.
buddy cop movie. I thought this was an Intergeekdom
You know
match.
what? They look like me after 4 whiskeys at a wedding, except for sober. All
I've
right,
seen it.
here we
Feel
go. And there
One can
we go.
assume.
Making his Intergeekdom division debut. From our
Okay, Barnes,
in
win
the
this.
ocean,
Win this.
I don't know what it is.
Rage Against the Machine, motherfuckers!
Oh, wow.
That's why I don't know it.
It's got a helmet there, and I believe that's the hammer of Odin, Ken. Is that correct? Wow.
Yes.
That's a heavy. Not quite the dance moves of David or
No,
Chandra,
no.
but still, he looks like the drunkest guy at the wedding.
Oh, what a glorious day it will be.
Should we both try lifting the hammer?
I
Nah, you're
wouldn't.
good.
All
don't know
right,
where it's
gentlemen.
been.
Well, only 3 people have successfully used that hammer, to my knowledge, in the MCU, and now Warfather holding it as well.
Thor,
In
Cap,
the
and Victor.
Inner Geekdom match
Ah,
we're about
4.
to have, it is a triple threat,
Hella.
a 3-way. In
Oh.
round number 1, you're going to hear 10 questions. These are questions asked to the field. As soon as you
Oh, by
hear
the way,
the
Cap
question,
is a
which will
spoiler
come
for the
from
game.
a different
But considering
corner
it
of
broke
movie
the all-time
trivia
record of
Geekdom
box office, I
universe
assume
with
it should be
every
better.
query.
Well, plus it's now out
Write
on
down your
digital,
best
so.
attempt at an answer.
That's
You have
also
15
true.
seconds to do so.
Ooh,
When we address you
oh,
by
yeah.
name, please
I'm gonna do
show
a
your
triple
attempt at an
feature:
answer
Infinity War,
to
Captain
your
Marvel,
camera at the
Endgame.
same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone.
Okay.
Each question's worth 1 point. In round
Because I
number
need to
1,
see the other
because
two,
there's
and
stealing, there's no
Infinity
penalty
War
for
is just
missing
great.
a question. I will remind each competitor that you have 3 usages.
I'm
J,
gonna sometime
T,
do
throughout the duration
just a double
of the
feature,
3-round
Infinity War
match. If you
Endgame,
didn't
see
hear a
how
question,
well they work
or
as
you just
a
wanna buy yourself
as a
some time to
combined
answer and
film.
use a JTE rule,
It's,
you get an
well,
extra
to be
15
fair,
seconds.
as
You also
what
each
is
have
supposed to be
one
one
challenge
film,
to use at
essentially.
any
Yeah.
time throughout the 3-round match. I will ask Chandra the Chosen first. Are you feeling ready and prepared for today's match?
Whatever it takes.
There we go. Dynamite
So he's
David.
Neo?
Dynamite!
You ready to live up to your nickname?
I love it. It makes me happy.
And Warfather, you are dressed for the occasion. Are you prepared to play?
Oh, I'm prepared to battle.
And let's get ready to smoke
Another!
down.
Another.
All righty, Ken. We got 3 game young men up there ready to do battle. I will defer to you for the first question.
All right, first question comes in the category of MCU. We got this one in Captain Marvel. What is the name of the main scroll portrayed by Ben Mendelsohn?
Shit.
Did you see Captain? I don't know. You don't make it to every movie.
I did see that one.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did.
I did enjoy
Like the
it.
cat?
Yeah, it's got a kitty cat. Yeah,
It's got a very cute.
yeah, a little ticky tack.
Go to
Yeah, I don't remember names from this.
3, 2,
1. Like
Talos.
Pens down. We are going to go to Warfather first. What do you got?
Talos, says the Warfather.
It is, in fact,
Absolutely.
Talos. Does David have it?
See what had happened was.
Cannot award a point for a blank slate. What do we have time to?
Talos?
He got it. All right. So it is.
Oh, yeah, Talon.
To 0.
Oh,
wait,
no.
Talon.
Yeah, Talon, no. It's Talos.
Talon,
That's
point
a very
for
hot
you.
squealer.
Cannot award that point. One letter off, but it does change.
Yes.
The answer.
Yes. Yes. Need her in canon now.
All right, we move on to.
I needed her, like,
category.
yesterday.
Question number 2. In the world of Star Wars, in a galaxy far, far away, the
Speaking
question
of.
is, what kind of technology did the Death Star use to grab hold of and pull the Millennium Falcon into the docking bay in A New Hope?
Celebrated the 42nd anniversary of that motion picture. Something I celebrate every day of my life.
Yeah, it's pretty much the 365 days.
Pretty much, yeah.
My opinion as well.
I've been celebrating it for over 20 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All pens
Tractor
are
beam.
down. Starting with you, David.
Dynamite.
Tractor beam.
Give
That
him
is
a point.
correct.
Tractor beam with the
John,
right
you had it
spelling.
as well.
Got it.
Did
Warfather.
Gravity, saith the Warfather.
Ah.
We're not.
It's kind of a
Oh,
bastardization. of
again.
Gravity. It's like Gravity's crappy uncle that never went to college. But we
I
can't-
defy it all the
Gravity,
time.
by the way,
So now it is 1-1.
if he had said Gravity well, he'd still
Question
be
number 3 comes in the category
Yeah, he'd
of
still be wrong.
Middle
Gravity Well only works for hyperspace.
In the Fellowship of the Ring, we learn about the Black Riders, a.k.a. the Ring Wraiths. How many were there in total?
Oh, that's a good
That's
question.
a very
It's a
easy.
good question. I have a feeling the answer is going to be a number. Just a sneaking suspicion I
There
have. not
once
to give away
men,
any hints to the
great
competitors.
kings of
Okay,
men,
we're coming down
and
in
south
5,
of the
and a 4,
deceiver,
and a 3,
and wrote
and a 2,
one
and a
by
1.
one.
Looking for answers starting
9.
with Sean.
9.
9?
That's correct.
The 9
Nine.
have left Minas Morgul.
9.
Same amount of absences.
They
as
crossed the
Ferris
River
Bueller had in
Eisen
one
on
semester.
Midsummer's
Does
Eve,
Warfather have 9?
disguised as
saith the
riders
Warfather.
in black.
There we go.
Got it. Does David have it?
9 saith the black dude.
Accurate on both accounts, gentlemen. 2
Yes.
to 2. Ken, we got some competitors up here.
We
today.
do.
Okay.
We do. Fourth question.
This is
coming
getting
up.
fun.
All right, this is in the world of DC. DC movies.
All
The
right.
question is, what DC film introduced us to the infamous
No. No.
Ugh.
That credit card? Ken, how many credit cards do you currently own? I'm gonna give a
Let's
shout
see.
out.
I'm living off of 6 of them right now.
A Sizzler card does not count.
Okay, not the Panera one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down. Looking for answers. Starting with Warfather.
Batman and Robin, saith the Warfather.
Absolutely. Saith it
Warfather's
right, David.
Y'all not gonna fight over little old me, are you?
Oh, we got Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
It's a great comedy, Batman and Robin.
Oh,
All right.
Right.
John,
3,
you're hashtagging
3.
Batman and Robin.
one,
Let's get
two.
that trending on social media.
All right.
Let's
Watch it every
geek some ice.
Fifth
Go
question.
back to Marvel movies. now,
Yeah,
Ken.
fifth question.
Yeah, the
Category
dinosaurs.
Marvel.
The Ice Age! Yeah!
Whoa, in the 2000s X-Men picture.
Also, in all the other movies, just saying.
Pretty much.
Oh. Just like the Star Wars Rouge.
This
One.
reminds me, I need to
A lot of people-
rewatch Days of Future Past, the
It
Road
was a
Cut.
good movie.
It was a good
Like,
movie.
you think about
Oh, yeah.
Rogue One?
Lot
Pretty
of,
damn good movie.
lot
Okay.
of coloring. 5,
Cool.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for
Anna
answers.
Paquin.
Anna
Starting
Paquin.
with David.
Oscar
I know a
winner,
person.
Anna Paquin.
Anna Paquin.
Boom.
And that person is right.
I
Kid
did the
Dynamite
thing.
making John Amos proud.
Chosen one.
Anna Paquin.
He got
Uh,
Anna Paquin.
He's promoting her Twitter. All right. Warfather.
I also have Anna Paquin. I wasn't sure of the spelling.
You got it right.
Well, you got 100%
Yeah.
right. Spelleth the Warfather.
That's right. The Star Wars True Blood popping up into X-Men.
Ken.
Not in that order chronologically, of course. Your next question comes in the world of Harry Potter movies. The little kid, you got the accent.
Was
In
it
Harry
Harry?
Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, what magical object do Harry and Hermione use to save Sirius and Buckbeak at the end of the film? Every time I get down the road for one of these Harry Potter questions,
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of it, and I'm like, what the hell am I reading?
Buckbeak, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart went out. No.
What the hell?
3, 2, 1. fun. And,
Time Turner. I don't get the joke.
Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Warfather.
Damn you, Ken.
Spinning hourglass.
Oh, we got
Oh, to be fair, it's not wrong.
David.
Oh,
Blankety
a
blank
blank.
blank. The chosen one moves to a 5-4
Blank,
lead
blank,
as we
blankety
go
blank,
to
blank, blank.
Number 7.
Blank,
10
blankety
total
blank,
in
blank,
the
blank.
round. Category is Star Trek. Star Trek.
Yay!
That was really good. In Star Trek Into Darkness, no colon, while heading to Kronos, which crew member is revealed to be fluent in Klingon?
Gee, is it the one who studied xenolinguistics while at the academy?
I have her full name.
Oh, you're talking about here? I thought.
Oh, fine, you're gonna show off.
5.
I'm looking around the
No,
room.
why not?
3,
I'm seeing some
2,
some big foreheads.
1. Pens down.
Lieutenant
Lieutenant
Uhura.
Lieutenant Nyota Uhura.
That is correct.
Yeah, there you
Says the Warfather. David.
Uhura.
That
Okay.
is correct. We got a tie
Uhura.
game. We got a lead. 6 to 5 to 5.
John Drew, I'm not sure that her is on Twitter, but
I follow her on Twitter.
Oh, you follow her? Okay.
On Instagram too.
My mistake. Does she tweet in Klingon or in English?
Every language. She is a language specialist connoisseur.
We move on to the DCEU, the DC Extended. Are they still calling it that? We're asking the question anyway. Who directed the film Shazam?
Oh, thank God.
I don't know.
Directed the film.
I like exclamation points. Exclamation points.
Yeah, I don't know.
Key to a business relationship.
Gee, Case, it's almost like you went lights out on this question.
4.
I also don't know who directed that.
Repeat the question.
1. Oh, we got one repeat for Dynamite David Moore.
JT rule for David Moore. Your question: Who directed Shazam?
I like the oomph.
What else did he direct?
Shazam, as it is Dynamite.
Annabelle Creation.
Also don't know who that is.
All right.
I believe the
Answer
director
for
of Shazam
5.
is honking his horn out.
4, 3, 2, 1. We need pens down.
David F. Sandberg.
Unfortunately, we're starting with you.
Sure.
No.
Is it
I don't
Richard
know that.
Sandberg?
Oh, he had it and he
He had
crossed it
it.
out. Oh
No, Warfather.
The hearts and minds of children.
That's.
no!
Was it David Sandberg?
It was David F. Sandberg. David F. Sandberg.
Boy.
David F. Sandberg. At one
He
point,
had David written down,
not
crossed
related-
it out, and went
yeah.
with Dick.
Not
Oh.
related to Ryan Sandberg, the greatest second baseman in the history of the Cubs.
You can.
No relation to
All right,
Sean
question
Sandberg,
number
future
9
Schmoedown
comes in the
competitor.
category of heroes, and villains. In what 2014 comic book film does Joseph Gordon-Levitt play a gambler named Johnny?
Ah.
Whereas Joseph Gordon-Levitt played slow in
Damn it.
a Star Wars picture. I'll leave that blank. You can try to get it. Win a point. 5,
Yeah. No.
3,
People hate on this movie unnecessarily.
1. All right.
Sin
pen
City, A
down.
Dame to Kill For.
Looking for answers starting with.
Oh.
Was it Kick-Ass 2?
Oh no, it was not, sir.
Yes, too. Does
Warfather.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Nope. David. Closer, but no. 6 to 5 to 5.
Looking for Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
No one saw that movie. He
Yeah,
was
no
neither a
one
hero
did.
Or a villain in that one.
I did.
Yeah.
Ava
Yeah.
Green was
A
hot
Dame
in that movie.
to Kill For.
Man, he went downhill from Dark Knight.
All right, gentlemen,
what's
we
the
have come
first
to
one?
our last question of round number 1.
I'd say watch it
and
just for
that
Eva Green.
Comes in the form of the category mixed bag.
I watched
Mixed
Casino
bag.
Royale.
It could be anything. It could be another Sin
But
City,
Case,
A
she's
Dame
actually
to
naked
Kill
in
For
that one.
question. We're about to
I
find
can watch
out.
300
Aquarius.
Rise of an Empire for
What is
that.
the
Oh.
subtitle of the second?
Ah, yeah, speaking of.
It is not
Yeah.
A Dame to Kill For.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
A Dame.
This is a close key question here.
Yes, this could be big.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3,
Yeah.
1.
Golden
The
Circle.
Golden Circle.
Going to
Warfather.
The expansion.
Might have worked, but it's not the right answer.
hell of an effort. Does David Moore have it?
Dynamite.
Golden Circle.
We can accept the
We'll
Golden
accept the
Circle.
Golden
Yes, we can.
Circle.
Golden Circle.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, right. We
Alright,
got
so
that.
So Chandru finds himself indeed the chosen one, at least if round 1 has anything to say about it. In the lead 7, but David Moore right on his heels with 6, and then the newcomer Warfather trailing David Moore just by 1 and trailing Chandru by 2. As we move into round number 2, Ken, what is the strategy here? We have some youngins at the table.
Strategy?
Rookie, Chandru, David Moore each have a
Nice.
loss to their credit. What are you looking for to see in the next
Best subject in school is English.
You think you know, you don't risk it, and you get out to a lead your opponents.
Well, somebody's going to have the chance to do that right now. After I get to the rules of round number 2, this is known as the wheel round. Gentlemen, the wheel of fate.
Oh, yeah, I think a nuclear bomb dropped on
that wheel. Once
that
you
school.
settle on a
That's
category,
why.
you're going to hear 4. Yeah, I just said 4 questions from said category. Each question's worth 2 points.
I like
That-
these English ones.
That was dark, was it not?
So if you're not sure of the answer to the question, you can ask us
Oh,
choice.
God.
We'll give you 4 options,
Oh.
which is the correct answer. If
I
you
see
still
that the
can't
4
get it,
was
Yeah,
the original 5 was crossed out, and they put in a different
the
for
other
the
2 competitors
the rest of the
whose
letters.
turn it is not are going to write down their best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard, a lot like what we just experienced with round number 1.
To be
So,
fair, I did the
John
exact
Drew,
same
you
thing
are
when I
the
made the
chosen one.
rules
You
back in the day
choose
for
to go
for
first
Guard.
in round number 2
Yeah.
or defer to Dynamite David Moore.
I will defer.
He's deferring to his dance
I
partner.
have been deferred.
And David Moore
You
is
can
going to take that
go
spin.
or defer too.
You can defer to Warfather or you can spin, whatever
I
you.
have options. Okay.
You do.
Take it. Just go.
Let's yet the rookie go for his
All
first.
right, he's
so
going
the
to
rookie-
defer to the
Are you
Warfather.
mocking me in my voice?
Here
I am
comes
not.
Are you
Warfather.
mocking
This
me?
is how I always talk.
Stepping up.
This is how I always talk.
God, he's a
This
tall
is
drink of
very
water.
safe. Wearing a protective helmet to spin
Yeah.
the wheel.
That's a good spin. It's good.
He's so
Good
tall, he's barely in
spin.
frame.
The rookie, we didn't have to tell him to peg.
Yeah, no, he's been watching.
Real
He's
thing,
been
yeah.
studying. He's been
Star
studying
Trek,
there.
Star
Round
Trek,
and
Star
round it
Trek.
goes and lands on.
Oh, that's
So-
category, right?
MCU, he
says,
likes it,
yes,
I
sir,
think.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Don't mean maybe. All right.
Alright. I'm kind of hit and miss.
MCU, and
this
Ken
one.
Knapsack will be administering the questions.
All right.
Some
all right.
movies I just don't give 2 shits
What
about.
kind of Mustang does
Oh,
Ito
right.
drive in the opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Just no. Absolutely no. Fuck this movie.
Choice, please.
A. Shelby GT. B. Mach 1. C. Cobra. D. Bullet.
Yes.
Cobra?
That's correct for 1
Oh.
point.
Wow.
Never mind.
All right.
1 point.
Okay.
Bad guys in G.I. Joe paying dividends here.
All right.
Ah.
In Iron Man 3, Rhodey's War Machine is deemed too aggressive
Oh.
and is rebranded with a new paint job and what new name?
Iron Patriot.
That's correct
Yes.
for 2
There it
points.
is.
2 points for the
I'm
War
Iron
Father.
Patriot.
There it is.
All right, next question coming down here. In Captain America: First Avenger, what club does Peggy make Steve promise to take her to just before he crashes the plane?
The club?
Dorks Club?
All six. Yeah, no, you're scrunching your face up like I just ate at Del Taco. What do you got?
Let me do a different pronunciation. Storks Club.
Can't accept it. Can't accept it. It's incorrect. Sorry,
Incorrect.
so for
Looking
the steal,
for steals. If you write it down, if you write
write it
down,
down.
coming
Yeah.
down
Do we get
here.
a free repeat?
You could ask for a repeat of the question. It would count as one.
During steals we get a free repeat though, right? Only if they got
Yep.
them. Okay.
So we're looking for answers coming down here in 5, 4,
I have
3,
no
2,
clue.
1.
Eagles
Possible
Club?
Steals. David.
Is it just singular Stork Club?
That's correct for a
Oh,
point.
okay.
Oh.
And I said the blue storks.
the
The dancing storks.
Storks were
Yeah,
involved
no, so
heavily.
a
It-
2
David,
point steal
that's
for
a
It's
2 point
so
steal.
tough to not give the 2 points to Warfather, but we can't do it. He made it plural. It's singular. I hate it as much as everybody there watching. You're throwing your beer at the TV screen. Don't throw it at me. Throw it at grammar. It's not our fault.
Yes.
Right.
All right, but
All right,
David did
but
get the
with
2
that,
points. So that's a
David
big
moves
steal.
into a tie, but we do have one final question left here for the War.
Huh? 2 more.
All right. Who plays a member of the Nova Corps Roman Day
Oh.
in Guardians
Oh.
of the Galaxy?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, who
please?
plays member of the Nova Corps Roman Day in Guardians of the Galaxy?
He's the current version of the Tick.
John C. Riley?
Sounds right.
Oh shit! I was thinking of the wrong person.
Missing a question as close as Storks Club versus Stork.
Were you thinking of Denarian Soul?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Finowitz?
Yeah.
Gets that two-pointer to vault him into the lead, 10-8-7, and so now we go back to John Drew. Would you like to spin?
I'll defer again.
He's deferring to his wedding mate. That would be Dynamite David Moore.
All right.
And here comes David Moore. Spinning from the wheel, not the pegs.
He did get 4 questions.
What
did he just say?
He just mimed the peg. Look at that.
All right, good calm spin. I like it. Here we go.
Opponent's choice. Opponent's choice. Opponent's choice.
It spins on past him there.
Like it could be a Star
Trek.
I think he'll spin again.
He's gonna spin again, but
Keep it.
keep it.
Or stick with Star Trek, which is like he's
keeping it.
Confidently.
So excited to hear that.
Yes, I am.
This series of space movies does not have laser swords.
No.
That's right. Goes Star Trek.
Not all of them
Created
have to.
Laser swords for saving whales.
Yes.
They have
No.
laser guns.
They do make them better sometimes.
You have 4 questions here,
Sometimes.
David, in the world of Star Trek. And your first question, in Star Trek 3, that'd be the search for Spock, what is the name of the High Priestess of Vulcan?
Multiple choice?
Is it A, Talar, B, T'Pring, C, T'Pau, or D, T'Ling?
T'Pring?
That is incorrect.
C.
So,
Hey.
a steal on the board, gentlemen. Your options, Talar, T'Pring, T'Pau, or T'Ling?
T'Pau is one of the is the Vulcan lady on Star Trek Enterprise.
Starts with a T apostrophe. We can
That
give
part
that
we
away.
know.
All right, 5, 4, 3,
Oh no, that's
2,
T'Pol.
1. Pens down.
Oh.
Go to you first, Chandra.
Talar.
It is Talar. That is
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Talar?
Warfather
That
had
is
it too.
correct.
Big steal. So now that vaults the chosen one, Chandra,
Yeah.
into a tie for second with David Moore, and now Warfather 3 clear of his nearest competitor.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Dynamite. Your question. Who composed the musical score of the Bad Robot produced Star Trek movie?
Oh,
Michael Giacchino?
Give him 2 points.
that's Michael.
Yeah.
Got that one. And he is in.
He can pronounce it
second
Giacchino.
place.
Yeah.
Next question, David. You're
Hey.
also one in this category. In Star Trek Insurrection, Worf uses a
I have-
modified device.
I've only seen this once, and I kind of
Worf
am
uses
dreading
one
seeing it
kind of
again. So
modified
I.
device to deactivate data.
A phaser.
Tricorder?
That's 2 more points.
Oh! Oh no, that's right. God damn it.
I
Ah.
don't know if that's a real thing. I have a lot of emotions.
Good job.
I would love to deactivate if anybody sells a tricorder on eBay. We have 1 more question left.
It sounds dirty, Mark.
In Star
Sounds kind of dirty.
It was meant to be dirty.
Oh, yeah.
All the robots are in my closet.
You live in London Prospering, aren't you?
I live by myself. Question is, who directed Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
Come on. You can get it. You can get it.
Multiple choice?
Your multiple choice options. Is it A, Nicholas Meyer, B, Robert Wise, C, Leonard Nimoy, or D, William Shatner?
A?
Yes.
It is A for a point, and David Moore
Best
finds
director in
himself
Star Trek.
Solo possession of the lead.
Yeah,
13
kinda, yeah.
To 11 for Warfather, and
Who's
Chandra the
this?
Chosen pulling up the rear now with 8. But he's the last competitor to get to spin the wheel in round number 2.
And I say that because
Step on
everybody
up there,
loved both
Chosen.
films he directed.
I don't know if he's actually the chosen one, or we just call him the chosen.
Ooh,
That's kind of
kind
a
of
fielder's
like,
choice.
Yeah, I've
six.
decided he is a child of destiny.
What?
Ooh, 6 is so underrated.
Oh my God,
This
yes.
spin
It's
was indeed
oh.
But
by him.
The Search for Spock,
The robot
or
in the ocean.
The Wrath of Khan
Unless
is
it's opponent's
just.
choice.
so-
Woo.
Misses
It's an absolute classic. And granted, I get where some people are
Wow.
like,
Yes.
yeah,
Harry
nice.
Potter, I believe
Now
they chose
here,
one
Case.
story.
Now it's your time to shine.
Kind of. As long as there are no cracktastic beasts
Go
in
ahead and
this.
have
Oh, there'll probably be
you get to ask
one.
all 4 questions.
All right.
Just
Because
one.
they're Harry Potter and I don't know it.
Yep.
None.
The only thing I know is butterbeer.
Those
Here.
movies
First question out
exist.
of
They're
4.
just like the
What is
prequels. You
the
just have to
real
accept that they
name of
exist.
The Gray Lady, the ghost of Ravenclaw House.
Nope.
Daughter.
work, but we need an answer in 5.
Multiple choice.
A. Rowena Ravenclaw. B. Helena Ravenclaw.
Oh, you sons of
Helena
bitches.
Ravenclaw. D. Lucinda Ravenclaw.
Helena Raven.
Helena Ravenclaw.
Point. That's correct for a point.
Got a point, pulls within 4 of the lead and 2 of second place.
All right, all right. Getting it going here with your second question. With whom does Snape make an unbreakable vow in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Narcissa Malfoy.
2 points. 2 points.
I had Narcissa.
I had
I'm gonna make
Nar.
a prediction. This kid's not only seen the movies, I think he's read the books.
In 2 languages, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
All right, next question coming down here.
Actually, me too. Dutch and English.
13.
Right, yep.
Keep scrolling.
There we go. It goes on and on and on. All right. Third question. The secret passage that can be accessed via the statue of Gunhilda ends in the cellar of what shop in Hogsmeade? I feel like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Yeah, I need multiple choice. Damn, that's difficult.
All right, 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
A. Dervish and Bangs. B. Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop. C. Zonko's
God
Joke.
damn it!
D. Honeydews. That's
Oh,
Honeydews.
god damn it. It is,
That
yeah.
is also my stripper name, by the way. That is also my stripper name.
Correct for a point. David Moore contributing as well. And Ken, I think that you and I
Should
would both
replay the
rather go
Lego
Zonko's
Harry Potter
Joke
games
Shop.
again.
Unfortunately, we still have a match to announce, and we have one more question coming down for Chandra in the world of Harry Potter.
One more. In Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald,
Told you.
Nagini suffers from what type of blood curse that will eventually result in her remaining
No.
in snake form
No.
indefinitely?
No. Fuck this.
She's got the Maledictus curse.
That is correct. That is
Got it.
correct for 2 points.
I'm against
Wow.
everything.
I mean, anybody that can
Oh,
stay
get
away
over
from
yourself.
Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Very impressive performance. in
Explaining
general,
a
and
Nagini is
Chandra
the-
being
is
able to
one
put
of
that
the
knowledge
worst
on
things
display
they did.
under the white hot spotlight of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Inner Geekdom, Ken, it's a triple threat match. We have all 3 competitors alive and well as we get into round 3. Chandra the Chosen is in the lead.
See,
14
Case,
points, but right
you know,
on his
having that kind of
heels
attitude is
his
why I
dance
know that
partner in
when,
crime,
if we ever
Dynamite
face off in
David
a
Moore,
geek match,
13
I'll probably
points,
win.
And Warfather, a very impressive debut for him as well, with 11 points, pulling up the rear as we move into round number 3. This is the round that will determine the match. Here's how it works. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 16. Each number corresponds to a different corner of the Inner Geekdom galaxy. Your first question that you hear is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And your last one, should we get that far, is worth 5 big points. There is no stealing in round number 3. There is no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. Chandra, you find yourself in the lead, a very fortunate position for you, and living up to your nickname. What 3 numbers from 1 to 16 would you like?
5 for the 5 people in the Incredible family, and 7 for the 7 people in my family, which is also incredible, and 5 plus 7, 12.
5, 7, and 12?
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. David, you are up.
11, 13, or
Feel
14.
lucky other than 5, 7, and 12.
THX 11, 3, 8.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Nice. Well done.
I do know, yeah. I don't want to
Respect.
between numbers and letters, folks.
Respect.
Roman
First
numerals,
numbers
that's where
for
we give you credit.
cell block
Warfather,
1138.
your 3 numbers.
I was notified.
Thor,
Yeah,
3
think
was
you
the good
can get
ones,
me a
so
room
3.
by the pool?
Okay.
We got a 3, right?
Ah!
11 plus 7, 11.
I just did
7.
both of those.
Both
It's
those
funny
numbers
because
are
there's no pool in that stuff.
Get more points next
What
time.
is not? What is available? 1,
Yep.
10, and 17.
Can I
16.
interest you in 16? That's as high as we get.
No, 17. Make one up.
Warfather not backing down from the
I'll take.
intimidation of the announcement.
Was 13 taken?
13 was not taken.
I'll take 13.
All right.
Okay.
Ride it high.
We'll go to
God.
Warfather, and don't go anywhere with that ham and that adorable because up first. I'll be administering the questions.
That's very close.
Warfather,
Yes, it
you
is.
selected number 1 after much to do.
I just want more Warfather in my life.
In the world of the MCU, your 2-point question.
Oh, I bet he wishes that was his 5.
Stellan Skarsgård character appears in numerous MCU films. What is
Dr. Eric Selvig.
Eric Solvik.
2 points.
2 points.
There he
Look at
goes.
that, look at that.
2 points for Warfather. So now he is in second place, tied with David Moore, who is about to get his 2-point question, courtesy of Ken Knapsack.
All right. You chose number 11, and corresponds to the category of Back to the Future. Back to the Future. 2-point question coming in here. In Back to the Future Part 3, where does Doc Brown take Marty to make the jump from 1955 to 1885?
Doc Brown.
Drive-in.
That's correct for 2 points.
Wow. That's one of the tougher 2-pointers I've ever heard, and David Moore did not blink, and because he got that question correct, he is now in sole possession of first place. So we're going to go back to Warfather for your 3-point question. And Warfather, you selected, it's so weird calling another grown man Warfather. Warfather, you selected number 10.
Yes, War Son.
And coming this fall to Maury Povich. That corresponds to, because you made that joke, I'm giving you the DCEU.
Fair play.
The DCEU for 3 points.
Wars.
Your question is, Waylon Jones is the real name of which member of the Suicide Squad?
Killer Croc.
3 points, and he got that one.
Damn!
And so now, Warfather in sole possession of first place, demanding that we say his name even more here, Ken.
A late inning lead here.
That's right, and now Chandru is going to have his hand forced. So now, Chandru, I'll be asking you your questions as well. You selected for your 2-point question, and this would get you tied with Warfather again. You selected number 5, and number 5 corresponds to the category of Who Said It? Who said it?
Okay. Well, it's a 2-pointer.
I say you always want Who Said It for the 2-pointer.
What MCU character said, nothing goes over
Drax.
my head,
Drax.
my reflexes are too fast, I would catch it?
Drax.
2 points.
2 points.
All right, Ken, back and forth we go. I'm starting to smell. Do we have some overtime in the oven, potentially?
We might have some free baseball.
He said, "Welcome to the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy." Only he didn't say freaking.
Number 3.
We gotta work on your language.
Three's number. Here we go. 3-point question comes in the category of weapons, tech, vehicles, and magical objects. That is
No!
everything used in these movies. Broad spectrum. Okay. 3-point question.
Ouch.
What is the name of the shuttle which would deploy Tony Stark's Hulkbuster
Veronica.
in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Say it.
No, Vanessa.
It's Veronica. I'm 100% sure.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
What is the name of the shuttle?
I've seen this movie way too much.
Hulkbuster
I know.
armor in Avengers Age of Ultron.
More, I believe that was one more to.
That is correct. That is correct. One more left.
You know it.
I keep hearing like.
We're gonna need an answer.
Betty?
In 5,
No.
4,
I'll take
3, 2, 1.
I don't.
He said Betty. It was Veronica.
Oh.
That was the one that we needed. That was the one. So close.
Veronica, so close.
That was
The crowd really feeling it on that one. And if I can just remind the crowd, if a competitor is sounding their answer out to themselves, they say a female name, and though that female name is incorrect, please do not sigh as though it is incorrect, because it kind of gives away the fact that Betty is not indeed the answer of the question. Thank you. Back to being fun baby carrots. All right. Warfather.
Yes, War Son.
Still
Before you
funny.
get your 5-pointer, Chandru is going to have a 3-pointer.
It's his 5.
David Moore is going to have a 5-pointer before he gets
Yeah, I was thinking.
Ken, David's 5-pointer.
All right, David, for your 5-point question, you chose the number 8, corresponding to the greatest catcher in Major League Baseball history, Gary Carter.
Rick
the late,
Dempsey.
the late
He gets
Gary
it, though. He
Carter.
forces everyone to-
Category is heroes. Heroes.
Okay.
5-point question. In Ninja Turtles
Nope.
2, Secret of the Ooze, What was the name of the pizza delivery guy that befriended the turtles and became an ally?
You know it?
He does have
I got an
more.
idea.
Digging in here, we're going to need an answer very
Well, it's
soon.
not Casey Jones.
5,
Casey was in the first movie, but
3,
Repeat the question.
2. In Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, what was the name of the pizza delivery guy that befriended the turtles and became an ally?
Come on, David, get it.
He is racking his brain, thinking back. What do you consider the greatest movie of all time?
I would just say screw it, Casey Jones. Fuck it.
Looking for an answer in 5, 4, 3,
Ray.
2. Incorrect. Looking for Keno. David Moore has been eliminated.
Hell of a performance for Dynamite, though. You walk into a triple threat match,
Valiant
you don't know
efforts.
what to expect. Dynamite Dave
Quite.
a lot better than his
Indubitably.
would show.
Yeah.
He just didn't get Keno because Ken, the kid, is just
So,
too darn young.
Chandru got us 3.
Potentially. But also, I mean, that Betty Veronica, we could talk about that for a long time. All right, next up.
Okay, you know what? For once,
Now we're going to Chandru. So Chandru,
I want
you
Chandru to
have
miss
your 3 and your 5
his
point
3.
remaining.
Both of
Warfather-
And then go to
5.
sudden death?
So Chandru,
For
you
once.
go first.
I don't think there's enough time left in the video, though.
And your question
It's 10 minutes.
is going to come in category number 7.
Yes.
Is your selection, and that corresponds to villains.
Okay.
Villains. And your question. In the film Thor, what is the name of the leader of
Alfie.
the Frost Giants, who also happens to be Loki's biological father?
You know it.
Laufey.
Well done.
L-U-F-E-Y.
He even spelled it for us.
That's correct.
That's very impressive. And now, with that correct answer,
Yeah, no sound
Chandru
death
has
then.
forced
Nope.
the hand of...
Hit the 5.
Excuse me, Warfather. That's a totally different person that I was thinking of there.
I'm known by many names.
All right, so...
Like, seriously, I remember Laufey, but not Eric Selvig. What the fuck?
You selected number 13, Dan Marino's legendary Dolphins number for your 5-point question. And that
13.
corresponds to scores and soundtracks.
Ow.
Okay.
Scores
Ow.
and
Lucky
soundtracks.
13 indeed.
Ow.
Question is, Ludwig Göransson provided the score for which...
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
You won the Oscar for it.
Just to force the hand. 4.
Can you repeat the question, please?
I can certainly do that. Your
Smart
question
cues.
is scores and soundtracks. Ludwig Göransson provided the score for which comic book film?
Let's have one remaining here.
Say it!
4.
One last time, please.
I can give you your one more.
Thank you.
In scores and soundtracks, Ludwig Göransson provided the score for which comic book film?
300.
Ah, damn it.
And your winner,
It's Hans Zimmer, I believe.
Tyler Bates.
Oh.
Black Panther.
Black Panther was the
was the
answer.
answer that we were looking
Black
for.
Panther and Chandru the Chosen has pulled
Awesome
off
music.
an incredible triple threat victory. A lot of Chandru's family was here in
Yes.
attendance. Thank you for making the
Yes.
trip, everyone. We had such a great crowd here at Ken, but more importantly, 3 great competitors up on that stage. They all gave their A game.
Look, I tell you what, the future
With
of
the Thor
intergender
Ragnarok score
division
provided
is
by
in good
Mark
hands with
Mark
all 3 of these
Mothersbaugh
competitors and many more
of Devo
joining the ranks, but Chandru the Chosen
and Rugrats.
really brought some good spirit and some great answers to this competition.
Chris, do you know
Right,
comic
think
book
everybody, all
movie
the,
composers?
the
By any chance?
veterans,
What?
geeked and were watching this match and
No.
thinking, I am going to have my hands full with either one of these competitors. And so now
I haven't had to
we're
study
gonna
or
throw it
anything
to
lately.
Jen Serger, who has an exclusive interview.
I
with
haven't.
three
You
competitors
have.
right now.
Well, RB3, this must have been a lot of fun to frame, right? You know, Jesus. I really don't feel like there were any losers in that match. That was such a fun match to watch.
Right?
Yes, it
this was
was.
a great battle.
Yes. Did you guys have fun?
I had a great time.
Buckets of fun. I was happy to be asked back again.
David, you just keep having the worst luck possible. I mean, to come in the first match and face Smets, and now, I mean, they were just you guys were all animals out there. Are you finding that you maybe have some weaknesses in the inner geekdom world, or are you just Bad luck.
I think it's
Everyone
bad
has
luck because my
weaknesses.
numbers spoke. You know, I was up there. We were all hanging in there together. That literally it came down to round 3 that really split. You know, the difference between everyone. So. You know, I'm holding my own. I'm still trying. I'm trying so hard.
That first win.
The struggle is real.
And Warfather, War Daddy.
Oh, yes.
Hold
this, please.
Oh, War Daddy, if you please.
Yes. Are you all right, Lady Sturger?
That was a lot heavier than it looked.
Oh, yes. Oh,
God
sorry.
hold me next time.
Okay, sorry.
She didn't.
I don't know. I don't know my own strength.
She didn't sign the waiver.
Oh my God, that hurt. I think I pulled something.
Yes, I had an amazing time. Battle creates buddies, and I feel that I've created a new buddy in Mr. Moore here, a formidable opponent.
Battle buddies indeed.
Yeah.
I like this. I'm gonna talk like this when we battle buddies.
Oh, a fine man you are.
For two dudes that just competed against each other, you two were having an absolute blast.
I think I did a fairly well
Case.
first time go. I mean,
I ship
Let's
it.
get you at all up there?
the lights didn't really get too
Stop
much.
shipping.
I thought the gods were shining down upon me with sweet victory, but in salty defeat, I
Everything.
savor and I crave for more
Yourself.
competition.
The whole
So I
time
cannot
would
wait
see
to do this
you-
again.
whenever I
I'm
would see you,
unable
I was like,
to.
Would you care to wear the mighty helmet of the
No, I'm
Warfather?
good. That was bad enough.
Fair.
Well, guys, sorry you didn't win today, but that was so much fun to watch you. I hope we see both of you back soon.
I hope to be back again.
I crave for battle. Let's bring it. Give me a man with sunglasses next time.
We've got a couple of those. We're gonna stick with the voices, apparently. Chandru, congratulations! You just got your first win in Intergeekdom. How are
Thank
you
you.
feeling right now?
It feels so good to get that first W. Like I know I came so close the first time, but I had a great showing, and it just like the first one. This was also a fun match to be with. Like they were friendly competitors. Yeah, I'm really happy to like get the first win out of the way.
You just have such a great energy about you. And I mean, the fact that you have such honesty, you know, when it comes to, oh, this question's already been asked. You know, most people would have been like, all right, I'll take the free
Yeah.
coins. But you were like, no,
It's a weird ass
stop
dance.
down.
I will never
Let's
figure
do
it
this
out.
the right way.
Yeah, as soon as I started the question, I was like, this sounds I know where this question is going, and I wasn't sure if I heard that in the fan leagues or the actual actual movie tree Schmoedown. And as soon as the full question was said out, I could actually hear Zipper answering that question, Zipper or
Oh, wow.
Lavak answering that
Do
question.
you have a photographic memory? Does that help you? I feel like you do if you're remembering this many details. I can barely remember what I did this morning.
I have like my study techniques. I don't want to be like other people and brag about them. So and like reveal my no dungeons. Like I'm not doing flashcards anymore. Why waste paper? I'm just doing everything online.
Smart. And eco-friendly.
And eco-friendly, and with the current times,
Some
I don't need
shade
paper
thrown,
anymore.
So,
way.
first one out of the way. Who do you want next?
Adam Lavish.
There's such a big field of Intergeekdom competitors with all of you new kids coming in. So who do you want?
Zipper.
Zipper is
I don't want to run my
destroy
mouth
Zipper,
and like
though.
start
I
calling
feel.
out like past champions like other people. Like I know I'm wearing a hoodie, but like
No, like
I'm not gonna
that's-
do those things.
That's what I want.
Let's
I want him
see.
versus Zipper next.
My first loss, even though I had a great showing, still stings a little bit. The Hitman, like I know he got a couple of steals because he's so used to crime.
Oh!
That's basically how he won that.
It's the most polite shade ever, by the way.
That's
He
basically
is
how
throwing
he won the
very
first match.
subtle
So
shade.
calling him out, maybe a 1v1, maybe a
People's
triple threat.
way.
Like
It's good.
throw anyone else who
Do you like
wants
the
to be in
triple
there.
threat format? Do you feel like it kind of takes some pressure off you
Yeah.
because there's not just all the focus on beating you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely took a little bit more pressure off. And while steals, I feel like I'm more comfortable with the board in my hand. Like, it feels like I'm just typing my answers in my phone. So yeah, maybe let's keep the triple threat going until you know like I get the second win. Like it doesn't matter. Like my first match was a 4-way, the second match was a 3-way. The next match is going to be a 2-way. I'm guessing. We'll see.
Only time will tell.
But
I don't make the
Hitman-
matches.
Missionary.
You're not getting any steals from me, buddy, this time.
All right, back to you guys.
So who's gonna be the cowgirl in that match?
Really good sport, and I like this. I like this Warfather. I like where his game is headed. I like where his demeanor is going. Dynamite David Moore.
We
always
are
being
going to
top
hell,
competitor,
Case.
Top notch. and then you
Who
have Dave,
cares?
who's so happy.
Hey, who
getting
cares
the
anyway,
win.
right?
He seems to be
Yeah.
a fountain of inner geekdom know-how.
Absolutely, fountain of.
As long as nobody calls doggy
energy.
style.
I love this kid. He's the type of guy you want to
I
take
know,
on a road
boy.
trip. Talking, laughing, singing, dancing, telling stories. I really do love
This
Dave.
just
and I
got
hope
so
he,
dirty.
sticks around and maybe luck finds its way to him. And then
If anybody unsubs from us because of that, I don't blame you.
It comes in as an unknown factor.
If anyone stops because of that, I'm worried.
Hit someone over the head with it down the line.
Look, these three gentlemen came to the stage today. Three lofty nicknames. You got Chosen, Dynamite, and Warfather. They all lived up to their billing
We should
today.
probably
Ken and
listen
I
to
were
what
just
they're
along for the
saying.
ride, and thank you for joining us as well. Make sure, everybody, you get your New York City tickets. We're going to be in Manhattan August 31st. You can grab those right now at the Schmoedownlive.com. I'll be doing some yuck City the night before August 30th. You get tickets for that at markellislive.com for Ken Knapsack and his book, Why We Love Star Wars. I am Mark Baby Carrots Else. We'll see you real soon around the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
I think it's Christian's ad.
It is.
It always is. God. That was entertaining as hell. Seriously, all of the match. Warfather just needs to be in a faction. Just needs to say everything he can come into his mind.
I was right. You weren't here when Nico and I predicted this, or what we said we would want. Case, be honest with me. Would it not be the greatest thing to ever happen in the history of the Schmoedown if the Warfather joined the Looney Bin?
I was here.
Oh,
I was here when we talked about that. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. You were here. Then yeah.
This was last week.
Yeah. So let's make it happen.
Well, I'm not sure. Because I think that the oddball character that Warfather is different from the weirdiness that is the Looney Bin. Maybe that'll work. I just think that the Warfather should pair up with other oddball guys that don't have a geek player in their faction or in their team, essentially. I don't know who that is, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think seriously, that's the thing. Like a couple of these Inner Geekdom newbies this year have been actually really good on the mic. Like Chandru just now, David Moore is a good character, and like Warfather also. So like there's a lot of potential of them joining a faction that needs a geek player, and not just a geek player who also knows how to work his way on the mic, because. Yeah. That's what all these competitors have kind of been showing, that they're actually really good on the mic, and that's honestly, it's honestly great to see that, because a lot of it's been a complaint in the past that a lot of these new competitors are very shy, not very good on the mic, or not very good in the ring. But these show
or they have people who speak for them, like a Smets.
But that works.
Yeah.
But. It's just very good to see that these guys know their stuff, because seriously, they put up some good scores, answer some difficult questions that I didn't even know. So I'm like, I want to see more of all of them. I think I said that about David Moore after he lost to Smets. Like he's just like he has good energy. Just I want to see more of him. And same goes for Chandru. He threw some really subtle shade towards everyone. It was just great. Mostly Smets. It was very interesting. I wonder if that much will ever happen. So I think we have a lot of new good characters with these guys that I cannot wait to see more of. Now, you want to see Chandru versus Sipper?
Yeah. He's 2-2. Chandru's 1-1. And here's the thing: we haven't really seen Zipper compete since joining the dungeon, outside of teams. We haven't really, because remember,
no. Since he joined the dungeon, he had a geek match, a singles match, and a teams match.
I don't count that geek match. I don't count that because.
But he did have the singles match which he won.
Yes, and that's my point is that he has improved. So. That's why like I think it actually would be a much better match than we realize. Like I think that would be a very good sort of match to determine whether or not the dungeon has two people possibly going for title contention, or if Chandru, who just came right the hell out of nowhere actually has the better chance of going for it to be up there with at right now a Lavik, a Smets. Well,
by the way, Zipper is 1 and 2. Just saying.
I thought he was 2 and 2. Okay,
No,
whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Fine.
By the way,
if Zipper gets another Geek match and wins, then I want Chandru and Zipper.
Yeah, I do think it would be better for Chandru to wait for the loser of. I think this was announced. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that a match will be Brendan Hanna versus Emily Jacobson, because those both won one match, and the loser of that will be 1-1. Same as Chandru, and I think that would be a good way for him. Like, either he would get back at Hannah, but I don't think that. I think Brendan will win, so then he will have Emily, and I think he could win that. And then he's 2-1, and then suddenly Chandru is at a place where he should be, because his loss does not reflect his talent, I feel. I think he's a lot better than his record says right now, so I do think he just needs a couple of wins to get up there in Geek. Because he seems to be taking it quite seriously, studying, actually really knowing some difficult things. So, yeah, I think he can get there, and then I'm just interested in what he can do.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
What are some sex positions I can come up with?
Oh, God. Okay, guys, with that, we're going to call this a reaction. So please like the video, comment on anything you saw in it. What are your predictions for what happens next to Chandru or both of the losers today? Because they might have lost, but they're still good competitors. Who will they face next? Let us know in the comments below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If it's because of the sex positions, yeah, I'm still worried. But whatever. Chris, plug yourself.
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. And you guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page. And stay tuned this Friday for the Who Cares Anyway podcast, where we'll be sitting down to talk about who is not just my personal favorite working director, but arguably one of the best working directors, that being Mr. Quentin Tarantino. And, in case, would you mind just giving like a 10-second preview of a film that I know of you just saw for the first time, and how much we'll be talking about that, because it's one of my favorites.
Wait, which one?
The one you saw yesterday.
I saw 3 of his yesterday.
Oh, fine.
Oh no, wait, Jackie Brown, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about all his filmography, and that does include. I'm going to watch Grindhouse in its entirety. I still have to yet to do that, but I've never seen it before, so I'm interested. I want to see it. But yeah, I've seen Jackie Brown. I actually quite liked it. It was a pretty good movie. And, he's just one of the best directors still making movies today. And his recent... That's the thing, because of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood recently coming out, we have to talk about his filmography. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. In the meantime, you can follow me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelis on Facebook, on Letterboxd, hosting Schmoedown reactions. Yeah, this Friday apparently Paul Preston versus Lon Harris. That'll be interesting. I'm very interested to see how that'll affect like the singles tournament, because I do think both of them will be in there. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, that's really all we can say. So until the next video, take care.
Cleveland Steamroller.